Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Happy Saturday night, and welcome to Jazz Texas. Welcome to the Doc Watkins Show. I'm your host, Doc Watkins, and I'm joined by Brandon Guerra back there on the drums and Mike Porter on the bass. We've got a great show ahead for you tonight. My special guest tonight is a blues man and a jazz man, guitarist and singer Devan Jones. He'll be on in just a moment. We've got a great night ahead. We're going to get to the music in just a minute, but first, let's have a look at the Jazz Texas news. Ending months of speculation since Broadway shut down due to COVID-19, the Tony Awards announced that the 2020 ceremony will be held digitally this fall. This is heartbreaking news for people who think that there aren't enough award shows. The Tony Awards will feature the 11 nominees from the Hamilton revival and every other musical that's going to lose. Actor Jim Belushi says he believes his brother John Belushi would still be alive today if he hadn't been a pothead instead of a cocaine and heroin addict. However, even if John Belushi had survived, he probably still would have likely wanted to kill himself after watching an episode of his brother's show, according to Jim. Oprah Winfrey wants the employees at her network to own the importance of Election Day, so she's making November 3rd a holiday and giving them the day off. In a response, Ellen DeGeneres announced that any employee who leaves work to go vote will be fired. To help make sure all election mail-in ballots are counted, musical legend and actress Cher has offered to work as a volunteer at her local postal service. Read all about this and more in the upcoming issue of Out of Her Effing Mind Monthly. And finally, WAP musical artist Megan Thee Stallion revealed she has suffered gunshot wounds in both her feet as a result of being shot by rapper Tory Lanez. Megan Thee Stallion has asked that moving forward, Tory Lanez be referred to by his new name, Tory the Indicted Felon. In his defense, Tory Lanez claims the reason he shot Megan Thee Stallion was to help her latest single become a #1 with a bullet. And that's it for the Jazz Texas News. Well, it's time for a little music, folks, but before we do, we want to offer a toast to everyone tuning in to the show tonight, especially those of y'all who ordered drinks and food from Jazz Texas' new curbside and delivery program. Thank you all so much for supporting us during these times. We've also got the ability to donate via some links in the description of the live feed tonight, so thank you so much for sticking with us, everybody. We're so excited to see you back in the future, and before we get started, cheers. Here's to many more years together, making friends, playing music, having food and drinks down here at Jazz Texas. Cheers, everybody. We'd like to start things off with a beautiful ballad entitled A Nightingale Sang in Berkeley Square. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That's a tune called A Nightingale Sang in Berkeley Square. We want to give a big shout out to our audio engineer, Caitlin Hill, back there working the microphones, and also our video production man. You know him, ladies and gentlemen, as Mr. Chris Zients. Oh, hey, I got you there. After 30 episodes, I finally caught you looking. Didn't you? Were so, Mr. Chris Zients, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's a little bit too late. All right, let's get this thing timed up just right. Mr. Zients Chris. Science. All right, that's he's with Wizard Broadcasting, everybody. And we'd also like to thank our wonderful media sponsor, KRTU 91.7, for partnering with us during this time, the greatest jazz station on the planet. Guys, we love you so much, and thank you for coming alongside us during these times and helping to spread the good word of jazz throughout the world. All righty. We're going to get on to the next tune, and this next number is one of our favorite tunes. I don't think we've played it yet during these live streams. It's by Cole Porter, entitled All of You. And I'll never forget one time that we were on a gig one time with kind of a new jazz student, and we called this tune. We said, hey, let's play All of You. And the guy says, oh, man, I love that tune. And we started playing it, and he thought that we said All of Me, and he started playing... as we played All of You, and it was kind of a mess. So make sure you know who you love. It's either you or them or me. So I hope you enjoy this one. Here goes. Life lessons, right? That's All of You by the great Cole Porter. Mike Porter on the bass solo, Brandon Guerra on the drum solo. Ladies and gentlemen, my special guest tonight is a very good friend of mine. I'm so glad to have him on the program. He's a wonderful guitarist and singer, currently based out of Austin, Texas. His name is Devan Jones, and he brought the Uptown Stomp together as a band in early 2013. The primary sound started as swang and blues, ragtime, and jazz from the 1930s through the 1950s. While continuing to evolve, Devan Jones and the Uptown Stomp have settled into a sound reminiscent of the rhythm and blues artists of the 40s and 50s, such as Roy Brown, Guitar Slim, Ray Charles, T-Bone Walker, and B.B. King, while still keeping an ever-expanding repertoire drawing from great American music such as traditional jazz, swing, jump, and Chicago blues. In late August of 2015, Devan relocated to Austin, Texas, and has been playing regularly in a wide range of ensembles up until the quarantine, of course, ranging from trio to quartet to the full sextet, which includes drums, upright bass, piano, tenor, sax, trumpet, guitar, and vocals. I think that's 8 instruments, actually. But in any case, things have gotten busy lately up until the quarantine, with the release of the group's first EP, which was recently reviewed by Lee Zimmerman of No Depression. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the program, Mr. Devan Jones. Devan, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Doc.
Thank you for being on.
It's like I get to watch TV and then all of a sudden I interact with it. How about that?
So what are your first impressions when you see this place on TV?
Oh, it's slick, man. I like it.
But I mean,
I don't know what you're drinking there though. That thing looks like it came out of a neon sign from here. It looks bright.
I don't know what I don't know what they call it, but I call it the truth teller. And but no, I mean seriously, like what do you think when you see that? And the reason I ask is because Devan, you were one of the first bands that we ever had back here. I mean, or down here at JazzTexas years ago. You brought the band down. You killed them. They loved you. They loved you all the way up until the quarantine. They still love you. And, you know, how's it feel to, you know, be a musician in Austin, Texas during this time?
Well, that's a loaded question, Doc.
Well, not really. You could probably answer it in like 2 words or less.
Right.
Be honest.
I can't say those words, right? I have a feeling this is a...
I'll have a sip of the truth teller for you.
Okay, there you go. No, it's true that, you know, we were one of the first groups, and I remember you came to Sam's Burger Joint one night, I believe, to hear the full band, and since then I don't understand why I get to come play JazzTexas, because I see all the other people on the marquee, but it knocks me out every time that I get to do it. So I'm happy to be involved and to be part of the crew
Well,
that gets to play. So it means a
I'll
lot.
never forget the first time that I heard you, Devan, was a few months before we opened Jazz Texas. And you're right, I went to Sam's Burger Joint with my wife Jessica and with Brandon Guerra and his wife Felicia, and we just went to get out of the house and go and do a little dancing and have a good time. And we saw you guys. We're like, man, these guys would be perfect for Jazz Texas. And so we looked you up, and then ever since, we've been friends. And you were on the road in the last couple of years. You went to Europe a couple of years ago, but most recently, right before the quarantine, you actually did a long-standing gig in Wuhan, China, I think, right?
Not quite Wuhan, luckily, but Shanghai.
How far is that from Wuhan, and what's the likelihood
It's not
that
far enough.
What's the likelihood that you are patient zero? Because I know that jazz musicians will eat anything after a gig.
Let me tell you, this is crazy. It was probably January 19th. I was there when it happened. So right before we got news that there was possibility of this pending pandemic, we just had our day off. We played 6 nights a week, 3 1-hour sets a night for 3.5 months, no days off. So, except 1 day off each week. But so it was my day off, and I thought I'm gonna go down and take my chances and check out the fish and meat market down here in Shanghai and People's Square. So I spent the whole day, taking pictures of all these. It's super visceral. Their markets down there. It's just like, it's amazing and terrifying.
No, we've seen the pictures. Trust me.
Yeah. So then maybe the next day after I go stick my head in all this business, running around these meat and fish markets, and then they say, there's been this meat and fish market that's got this, this new virus going around, and I was just like, you got to be kidding me. The timing, which it summed up the trip nicely, because I was a walking Murphy's Law in motion. It was the trip. The gig was amazing, but man, everything that could go wrong went wrong. Everything.
Yeah.
And the only saving grace was the actual gig, and the venue was just, and the host, the owner of the club was just, they were too cool, and I'd do it all over again. But man, everything else was, it got me. It got me. I got shanghaied.
Oh man. Well, I mean, I remember you coming back, but more than that, I remember you being gone, because we missed you so much, because we were used to having Devan Jones and the Uptown Stomp at least once a month, maybe twice a month, coming down here. And the customers loved you, and the staff loved you. The girls were in love with you. They pretended that you were a French guy named not Devan but Devan.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you know that.
I'll
or not,
answer to that.
And yeah, so apparently that's even better than Devan, but I wouldn't know anything about that. But my point is that we all missed you so much. Everyone was like, "Where's Devan?" And Devan Jones, kind of a mixture,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in
Don't ask
any
me,
case,
man.
but we were so glad to have you back and everything. And I remember reaching out to you early in the pandemic, because I knew you were over in China, and I was like, is this thing, like, what's going on? Is this thing real? And I got no response.
Oh, it was very real. Ooh, my bad.
I'm joking.
Okay. Well, I did one nice thing about that residency is I was able to, Facebook's illegal, and I didn't really need to hustle for gigs for the first couple months, so I kind of let my emails go, and nobody can call me, so I was out of the loop a bit. But
it's illegal in China, but it's only illegal in Texas if you post controversial stuff. So, just to clarify.
Correct. Right. Yeah, clarification there.
No, I don't want. I'm just messing. Hey, so Devan, so it's been so long since we've heard your voice and your guitar. Would you please play something for us?
I will reluctantly play something. So Before I do though, let me say, since all this is going on, I have well, actually let me go back a little further. I had just started a country band before I went to China, and we just got the wheels turning, and it was like a brand new project with some guys in Austin, and they'd actually approached me about it to to lead it and to play rhythm dreadnought guitar, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. It'll be something different, and I recently actually fallen in love with country music, and I say it's kind of strange because I'm a white guy from East Tennessee, but a lot of this was new to me, but I've been digging, just getting into it, and recently, getting into the '50s Nashville stuff. So I figured I'll play a little country.
Please do.
All right. This is I guess this is originally a Lead Belly tune, but in the stylings of Merle Travis. Here we go. Oh boy. If you ever go to Houston, boy, you better walk right. You better not gamble. No, you better not fight. Well, sheriff will arrest you. His sure will put you down. Judge will sentence you. Your penitentiary is bound. So let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Yeah, you wake up in the morning in the work bells ring. You go to the table, see the same old thing. Ain't no food upon the table, just a spoon and a pan. You say anything against it, son, got to do with the man. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Yeah, yonder come my woman, ask me how I know. I can tell by the way she walked and the dress she wore. Straw hat on her head, boy, a piece of paper in her hand. I said, look here, Mr. Jailer, well, I want my lifetime man. So let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine the ever loving light on me.
Yeah.
Little midnight.
Devan, I learned that song from Creedence Clearwater Revival. Where did you learn it from?
I learned it from Merle Travis, and then, but I knew that it was an old, folk blues song. I didn't know Lead Belly did it, but I've been kind of one of the nice things, one of the only nice things about all this too is I've been playing a lot of just guitar by myself because I don't have a band. So I've been playing a lot of country blues, and been working on my thumb picking and doing some solo guitar arrangements, and 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 so I've kind of been going down the Mississippi John Hurt and Blind Blake and all these old blues guys, and then I got into Merle, and I haven't tried to tackle any Chet yet. That's going to be a long ways down the road, but it's a lot of music that I've heard, but it's not really dug into. So I've been enjoying it.
So you've played down here enough times, and I've heard your set so many times, and it's always great, and you always mix it up, and you play jazz, and you play Nat King Cole, and you always gravitate towards the blues. Was there a moment in your career or in your life growing up where the light went on and blues music was the music for you?
Yeah, I felt just ass backwards in this blues band in Knoxville. I remember a guy had called me needing a rhythm guitar player, and this was actually when I was in school. This was my first year at the University of Tennessee, and in the jazz program, and I'm around all these incredible jazz musicians. I'm trying to hang on to my hat and just learn what I can. And but as some school musicians do, you start to get a big head if you're not careful, if you're hanging with the wrong people. And so I started to think I knew what I was talking about, I knew what I was doing a little bit, and I got in this band and I quickly learned I have no idea what I'm doing. And it turns out this was it happened to be one of the best living blues guitar players, singers, harp players. Uh, anything in that genre of music, he is one of the best living human beings at it. He was in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I happened to run into him, and that was my education, was being in that band. He taught me everything I know about rhythm and blues, and that's when I first started really digging into the Jazz record stuff and RPM and Aristocrat records. All the early Chicago stuff was from him. And his name's John Atkins, Big John Atkins. He's got a label, actually, Big Tone Records. He's in Virginia now. And this is perfect, actually, because I wanted to mention this. He's actually the guy that he produced, engineered, mastered, and played on my full record that I just got. And I haven't even actually done an album release yet, but I do have a full record on my website right here.
DevanJones.com, which you have now, make sure and go there, everybody.
Yeah, I've not even done an official release yet, but when this whole thing went down, I thought I'm just going to go ahead and at least put it on the website and for people to purchase. And actually, while I'm on that note, 20% of all CD purchases go to, 20% of all downloads go to Ham and Music Cares. Ham is an Austin-based music alliance that is like it's a godsend for musicians. You can't be in this town if they weren't here. And then Music Cares, as you know, has been really helping people out during all this stuff. They've helped me out a ton. So that's my way of giving a little bit back. And then CD purchases are 20% to those organizations, and downloads are 25%. So that's the way the math adds up. I think.
I'm sorry. I was told there'd be no math.
In the intro, actually, you were I got to mention this. You were saying you were mentioning reading down my little bio, and you mentioned that's 8 instruments instead of 7. I've been undercharging.
No, I think it was only 4. I think most guys doubled and played 2 instruments per guy. That was a clerical error. That was actually on the video production, ladies and gentlemen. That's Chris Zients.
Gotcha.
Chris made an error, and don't worry, we'll take care of that. We are looking for a new production assistant to handle the video. But
please,
everybody,
Doc, make sure it happens.
Yeah, no, I'll make sure that Chris gets you that money right away.
And my check to you's on its way for having me on.
It's a beautiful thing about this time. It's like, hey, man, nobody can write a check. So it's like,
true.
Can I pay you in friendship and love? Can I pay you in musical
notes? I can write one.
Yeah, sure, man, I'll take it. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I can write you one. It just won't cash.
Yeah, I write the checks all day long. It's until I get the carpal tunnel. So anyway, DevanJones.com. Everybody make sure and follow him on Facebook and on Instagram. Check out his website. Devan, it's so good to hear you play and to hear you sing, and we wish you the best. And we can't wait to bring you back as soon as humanly possible. Once Bill Gates comes and saves the world and ushers in the new heaven and new earth, as we're told that he will do, we're going to have you right down.
Just say when, and I'll head on down.
All right, we'll do, my man. All right, we'll see you soon, okay?
Right.
Thank you for coming on tonight,
Great.
Devan.
I can't wait to do more. Y'all take care.
All right, you too, man. Thanks. That's Devan Jones, ladies and gentlemen. All right, back to some music. We're gonna continue on in our program by doing a John Coltrane tune, written a long time ago. A beautiful tune called Lonnie's Lament. That's Lonnie's Lament by the great John Coltrane. Thank you very much, everybody. This next tune is entitled Willow Weep for Me. This is a tune that we haven't played together in probably 6 months or more, and we're so excited to play it again for you now. It's one of my favorite tunes. Hope you enjoy. Here goes. That's Mike Porter on the bass solo, everybody. Willow, weep for me. Thank you very much. Well, it's about that time of year, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's hot outside, and everybody's stuck inside during this quarantine, trying to find interesting things to do, like watching silly llama videos and kitty videos on Twitter, and playing puzzles and interesting board games. Here at Jazz Texas, we decided to create our own unique board game, which you can play along with right there from the comfort of your own living room. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we give you the board game. Well, you all know how the board game works. We like to pick two famous people, both of whom are pretty boring, and compare and contrast the two, and then at the end of the game, I get to decide who's the biggest bore. So, tonight on the board game, who's more boring? Tony Romo or Tony Romas? Well, on the one hand, Tony Romo is a former NFL quarterback who played for the Dallas Cowboys for 14 seasons. I've played in as many Super Bowls as Tony Romo has, and I'm not even an athlete. Tony Romo holds several Cowboys team records, including passing touchdowns, passing yards, most games with at least 300 passing yards, and most playoffs played being a disappointment. According to his official website, Tony Romo's love of golf started at age 8, which begs the question, why the hell didn't he just stick to golf instead of trying to play football? At Burlington High School, Tony was the varsity's third-string quarterback. It was there that his coach made a bold prediction. Tony, one day you're going to be the most beloved Cowboy, second only to Brad Johnson. Tony Romo was inducted into the Eastern Illinois Hall of Fame and was given a key to the city by his hometown of Charleston. The city of Dallas also gave Romo a key to the city and then immediately changed the locks. On the other hand, Tony Romas. It's a casual dining chain restaurant specializing in baby back ribs. Doesn't that sound delicious? Super Bowl champs often celebrate by eating barbecue at places like Tony Roma's, something Tony Romo has never experienced. Tony Roma's has won numerous awards across the U.S. for their acclaimed best ribs. The award for best NFL quarterback to lead their team to a Super Bowl has never been awarded to Tony Romo. Diners at Tony Roma's can also pair their food with signature Romaritas drinks. Wide receivers who were paired with Tony Romo usually end up not scoring. Tony Roma's is not just a place for ribs anymore. The menu now includes a selection of seafood, chicken, and salad entrees. Tony Romo is no longer just a retired quarterback anymore. He's also a sports analyst and a guy who once dated singer Jessica Simpson. Sadly, the couple never had a meal at Tony Roma's. It's a tough call, ladies and gentlemen, but if you had to pick who's the biggest bore, Tony Romo or Tony Roma's, the correct answer is Tony Romo. And thank you for playing the board game. All righty. Speaking of, incidentally, Mike Porter told me right before the show that he actually played in the band that played at Jessica Simpson's first wedding, and he doesn't really remember it too much. Apparently it wasn't quite memorable, and we're not quite sure who the groom was at that time, and we're not quite sure which wedding it was that Jessica Simpson got married to Tony Romo in, but Mike Porter was there, ladies and gentlemen, from the beginning of time in terms of Jessica Simpson's marriage career. So congratulations to Mike Porter. All right. Let's see, what did we say the next tune is that we're going to play? All right, I've got it right here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh gosh, he's going off book. So you already played that one, definitely not going to play that one. Oh, I know. Oh, this is such a great tune. It's my favorite, and I'm so glad that I picked up the papers off the floor to remember it so that we can play it for you all. It's one of my favorite tunes of all time. It's called Alice in Wonderland. It's a beautiful tune from a Disney cartoon long, long, long ago. Beautiful melody, and we hope you enjoy it. Here goes. That's Alice in Wonderland. Thank you very much, everybody. That's Mike Porter on the bass, Brandon Guerra on the drums. We got time for just one more tune for y'all this evening. Happy Saturday. We're so happy that y'all decided to tune in to the show tonight. We hope you'll join us again next week, Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday at 8 o'clock Texas time, same channel. Once again, big shout out to Caitlin Hill on the audio production and Chris Zients with Wizard Broadcasting. Thank you very much, everyone. We're going to start out with Caravan by the great Duke Ellington and Juan Teasall featuring Brandon Guerra on the drums. Take it away, Brandon. That's Caravan by the great Duke Ellington and Juan Teasall. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, a big thank you to our media sponsor, the incomparable KRTU 91.7. Brandon Guerra on the drums, Mike Porter on the bass, Caitlin Hill on the audio, Devan Jones on the guitar and the microphone, and Chris Zients on the Wizard Broadcasting. Thank you so much. Join us on Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, same time, same channel. We'll be right back. So stick around, everybody, and we'll see you then. Thank you so much, and good night.